She is a verified Instagram model, a mother of twins, a fisherman, and OnlyFans creator ranked in the top 0.1%, and one of the most quietly powerful personal brands in the creator economy right now. Her name is Destiny Mac, and if you do not know her story yet, you are about to, before there were 691,000 followers, before the blue verification check. Before the brand deals, the OnlyFans income, the fishing channel, and the multi-platform content empire, there was just a woman in Atlanta, Georgia with a phone, a vision, and the kind of confidence that does not come from likes or follower counts. It comes from knowing exactly who you are before the internet ever gets involved. Destiny Mac, known online as the Destiny Mac, is an Atlanta-based social media influencer, lifestyle content creator, model, and entrepreneur. She joined Instagram in January of 2013, which means she was building her digital presence years before most people even understood what being an influencer meant as a career. She was not chasing a trend. She was ahead of one. Over the next decade, she would quietly grow into one of Georgia's most recognized verified creators, building an audience that spans Instagram, X formerly known as Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and her own exclusive content platform. And she did it while doing something almost no one in her space was doing at the same time: fishing. We will get to that, because the fishing piece is not a side note. It is actually central to understanding exactly what makes Destiny Mac's brand so impossible to replicate. Atlanta, Georgia is one of the most culturally influential cities in the United States. It is the home of hip-hop royalty, black entrepreneurship, billion-dollar media companies, and a digital creator scene that rivals any major coastal market. It is the kind of city that produces people with ambition baked into their DNA. And Destiny Mac is a product of that city in every sense of the word. She has been photographed at Crunch Fitness and at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, two landmarks that tell you something about the lifestyle she moves through. Atlanta is not just her location. It is her brand equity. In a world where influencers flock to Los Angeles or Miami to be taken seriously, Destiny Mac built a six-figure personal brand without leaving Georgia. That is not a coincidence. That is a strategy. She is also a mother, specifically a mother of twins. She has not made her children the center of her content, but the fact that she has built everything she has built while raising twins speaks volumes about the kind of work ethic operating behind the scenes. The lifestyle content, the modeling shoots, the fishing videos, the OnlyFans management, the brand collaborations, all of it happening while raising two kids. That is not a small thing. If you are watching this right now and you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. We cover the full stories behind the content creators and influencers that the internet cannot stop clicking on, and we are just getting started with Destiny Mac. When Destiny Mac launched her Instagram account in January of 2013, the platform itself was less than 3 years old. The creator economy as we understand it today, with brand deals, subscription platforms, media kits, and multi-platform monetization strategies, did not yet exist in the way it does now. What existed was the ability to post photos, build an audience, and hope something connected. Destiny connected. From the very beginning, her content was built around a specific visual identity: swimwear, curves, confidence, and lifestyle. Jet ski photos from Miami, beach content, fashion, modeling shots that positioned her squarely in the curvy model and body confidence space, a space that was growing in cultural relevance year by year as the conversation around size-inclusive fashion and body positivity began to shift mainstream media. Destiny was not just posting pretty pictures and hopping for the best. She was building a brand, a recognizable aesthetic, a consistent presence that kept people coming back. And as her follower count climbed from thousands to hundreds of thousands, the commercial opportunities began to multiply with it. By the time she crossed the 500,000 follower mark, she was already describing herself publicly as a top-tier ATL-based influencer with a fan base across multiple platforms. By the time this video was made, that number had grown to 691,000 verified Instagram followers, with a blue check next to her name that confirmed she was not just big. She was legitimate. This is the part of the story that most people skip over when they talk about influencers. They see the content, they see the follower count, they see the aesthetic, and they assume that the money just comes from being pretty on the internet. That is not how this works, and Destiny Mac's income model is a masterclass in why. Her first and most visible income stream is Instagram brand collaborations and sponsorships. At her level, nearly 700,000 followers with a highly engaged audience in the lifestyle, fashion, and curvy model space, Destiny Mac commands serious attention from brands operating in apparel, beauty, swimwear, and wellness. A single sponsored post from a creator at her scale can generate thousands of dollars in income. A long-term brand partnership can generate tens of thousands. The CPM for lifestyle and fashion content at this follower level is not negligible. It is a genuine business. Her second income stream is X, formerly known as Twitter, where she has built an audience of over 157,000 followers under the handle at the Destiny Mac. That platform has its own monetization infrastructure, and at 157,000 followers with an engaged audience that responds to her content, Destiny is generating revenue there independently of anything she posts on Instagram. 2 platforms, 2 income channels, 2 separate audiences that she owns. Then there is OnlyFans. Destiny Mack has an active OnlyFans presence, and she has publicly self-identified as being in the top 0.1% of all creators on the platform. Let that number sit for a moment. The top 0.1% on OnlyFans, a platform with millions of active creators, represents an elite tier of earners. Creators in that bracket are not making spare income. They are generating full-time, life-changing, business-level revenue from their subscription content. The exact figures are private, as they are for most OnlyFans creators, but the top 0.1% designation is not a marketing claim. It is a performance metric, and it tells you everything you need to know about how seriously Destiny's audience takes their investment in her content. Drop a comment below right now. Did you already know about Destiny Mack before this video? And if you are new to this channel, welcome to What Really Happened To. We tell the full story, every time. Here is where Destiny Mack's story gets genuinely interesting from a business perspective, and where she separates herself from virtually every other creator in her space. While the vast majority of curvy lifestyle influencers build their entire platform around fashion, beauty, and body confidence content, Destiny Mack looked at that crowded lane and decided to also build something else entirely. She built a fishing brand. At Fishin' with Destiny Mack is her dedicated fishing account, a second Instagram channel devoted entirely to fishing content. Rods, reels, lakes, outdoor adventures, technique videos, gear organization, casting tutorials. Content that has nothing to do with swimwear or modeling and everything to do with a genuine passion for being outdoors and on the water. She has been photographed and filmed fishing by serene lakes, casting lines in the sun, organizing her gear collection on wall-mounted racks, the kind of authentic outdoor lifestyle content that attracts a completely different advertiser demographic than her main channel, and that is the genius of it. The fishing channel does not just add personality to her brand, it adds advertiser value. The fishing and outdoor recreation industry is one of the highest CPM advertising verticals in digital media. Brands in that space, tackle companies, fishing gear manufacturers, outdoor apparel labels, sporting goods retailers pay premium rates to reach engaged audiences. And Destiny Mack, by virtue of being a curvy, verified female fishing influencer, occupies a niche within a niche that almost nobody else is filling. She's not competing with the fishing influencers who look like what most people picture when they think of fishing influencers. She's creating a completely new lane, and that lane is worth real money. Publicly verified net worth figures for Destiny Mack are not available. She has not disclosed them, and no independent financial audit exists for a creator at her level. But we can build a reasonable picture from the data that is publicly available. She is a verified Instagram creator with 691,000 followers generating income through brand collaborations and sponsorships. She has an audience of over 157,000 followers with its own monetization. She is an OnlyFans creator ranking in the top 0.1% of all creators on the platform, a tier that, based on industry data for platforms with millions of creators, typically corresponds to monthly earnings ranging from tens of thousands to well over six figures for the most established names. She has a second niche channel in fishing that opens an entirely separate high-CPM advertiser vertical. She's been building all of this since 2013, over a decade of compounding audience growth, compounding brand relationships, and compounding income. Conservative estimates for a creator with her combined platform reach and OnlyFans performance would place her net worth somewhere in the range of several $100,000 to the low seven figures. And given the top 0.1% OnlyFans designation specifically, the higher end of that range is entirely plausible. What is not in dispute is that Destiny Mack has built genuine, diversified, self-made wealth through her content, and it is still growing. One of the most important things to understand about Destiny Mack's business model is that she is not dependent on any single platform. This is something that separates durable influencer businesses from one-platform wonders, and it is a distinction that matters enormously when any one app changes its algorithm, its monetization rules, or its content policies overnight. Destiny Mack has Instagram nearly 700,000 followers, verified, with brand deal infrastructure built over more than a decade. She has X with over 157,000 followers and its own revenue stream. She has OnlyFans with top 0.1% performance and a direct subscriber relationship that no algorithm can touch. She has a fishing channel that diversifies her content, her audience, and her advertiser base. She has a Snapchat presence. She has been featured on TikTok. She has a Linktree and a dedicated link hub that consolidates her entire digital footprint into one accessible destination for both fans and brands. That is not a content creator. That is a media company, with one person at the center running the whole thing from Atlanta, Georgia while raising twins. Destiny Mack's content reflects a lifestyle that is aspirational without being unrelatable. She posts swimwear and modeling content that highlights her curvy figure and body confidence. She posts fitness content. She's been photographed at Crunch Fitness, clearly someone who treats her physical health as part of her brand investment. She posts travel content, Miami beach destinations, the kind of lifestyle imagery that communicates success without broadcasting it obnoxiously. And she posts fishing content, which strips away the glamour entirely and shows something rawer. A woman who genuinely loves being outdoors, loves the patience and skill that fishing demands, and is not afraid to let that version of herself exist right alongside the model in the swimsuit on the Instagram grid. That authenticity is not accidental. It is the product of over a decade of showing up as her full self on the internet, not a curated fragment of herself designed to appeal to a specific demographic, but the whole thing. The model and the fisherman, the Atlanta girl and the beach traveler, the entrepreneur and the mom, all of it in the same feed under the same blue check. That is the Destiny Mac brand, and it is working. What really happened to Destiny Mac is that she made a decision over a decade ago to show up on the internet as exactly who she was, and then she refused to stop. She joined Instagram in 2013 when the creator economy was still an idea. She built her following one post at a time, one follower at a time, one brand deal at a time. She expanded to X. She built an OnlyFans presence so strong it placed her in the top 0.1% of all creators on the platform globally. She launched a fishing channel to serve a part of herself that had nothing to do with modeling, and in doing so she accidentally created one of the most valuable niche content plays in her entire portfolio. She got verified. She raised twins. She stayed in Atlanta. Destiny Mac did not go viral overnight. She did not blow up because of a single post or a celebrity cosign or a lucky algorithm moment. She built slowly, deliberately, and with the kind of long game thinking that most content creators never develop, because most content creators are chasing what is trending, not building what will last. What really happened to Destiny Mac is that she built an empire, on her own terms, from her own city, and she is nowhere close to done. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you. It genuinely means everything to this channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are not already part of the family and click the next video on screen right now. We will see you there.